strikes overnight on the capital. Britt Clennon is on the scene in Kyiv. Good morning, Britt.
Good morning, George. Yeah, still a real sense of urgency here as emergency workers desperately comb through rubble looking for survivors after a kamikaze drone attack on a residential building where you can still see the smoke rising behind me and there's still an acrid smell in the air. Half of that apartment block blown away, rooms sliced into halves as people would have been getting up for the morning and getting ready for the day. Firemen were able to pull out several people, but at least 3 were killed, including, we're told, a pregnant woman. Now, this is one of several strikes today by an Iranian-made self-destroying drones. A nearby energy company also attacked just 500 yards from Kyiv's main station here. The explosion starting from about 7 a.m. local when most of the Monday morning trains were arriving with commuters. Now, this is exactly a week after those peak hour attacks last Monday. Kyiv Mayor Vitaly Klitschko telling me a little bit earlier the city is angry but not scared, despite this terror once again unleashed by Putin in the heart of the capital. Robin.
Angry but not scared. All right, Brett, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel.
Shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, and the men in the truth on down regarding this truth and knowledge. And to Wadi Ba'ashem Yahushai for putting the spirit of the elders and apostles and the men in the truth on down regarding this truth and knowledge. Call Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. That was 2 videos relating to Guardian and and ABC News relating to the Kamikaze drones overnight. There's some articles relating to that. What are Kamikaze drones? Drones that Russians have been deploying, Ukraine and U.S. officials say, are manufactured in Iran, where they are known as Shahad 136. They are designed to strike specific targets with explosives that can be delivered at distance up to about 1,500 miles. These caused 5 explosions in the district area, in the building area of Kyiv. We'll get that word kamikaze. Just going through this. Video was reporting that police were shooting at the drones with their assault weapons, man. That's like bringing a knife to a gunfight, man. So they were shooting them on, looked like over a bridge. That was on the video, the Guardian report. So they're suicide kamikaze drones, man. I believe Iranian manufactured. I believe a report said Russia denied something relating to them being manufactured from, in one of the reports. And on other report that they were getting supplies from Iran relating to like drones. So, this is the overnight hours. Kamikaze definition.
Kamikaze.
In World War II, in a Japan aircraft loaded with explosives, making a deliberate suicide crash on an enemy target. So that's what it was. There's a weapon used with explosives to target something specifically, such, for example, that building, man. Relating to a kamikaze attack, a pilot. And I believe that they jumped out, a pilot was found on the ground when they jumped out before that thing hit. So that word goes back to like the Japanese aircraft loaded with explosions. That was related to World War II. Let me see. What does kamikaze mean? Kamikaze means divine wind. Reference to a typhoon that fortuitously dispersed in Mongol invasion fleet threatening Japan from the west in 1281. Scripture talks about Ecclesiastes 39 and 28. The Lord created spirits for vengeance, man. And they shall lay on sore strokes and appease the one who made them, man. So that divine wind, in a matter of speaking, was, in a matter of speaking, yeah, it was. You know what I mean? Because the spirits were on certain things to ultimately carry out the thing from a spiritual aspect. So yeah, the Lord created those spirits and put that spirit into that to fulfill the purpose to do that, man. Which was to carry out that order, man, in a matter of speaking. From a spiritual aspect, because the Lord created spirits for what? For vengeance, man. So that divine wind, it was Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, man. Through the angels putting that spirit on that weapon of pretty much of destruction to carry out Yahweh Bashim Yahshua's order, man. In a matter of speaking, that's a spiritual aspect. Also, go to Psalms. Go some scriptures. We go to Psalm 68 and 20. And what I'm saying is, the Lord uses certain things to ultimately implement for punishment, man, for judgment, man. And He'll use devices, He'll use humans, He'll use different things, man. So that was a judgment ultimately, to put it in a nutshell. Go to Psalm 68 and 20. He that is our God is the God of salvation. And unto God, the Lord Yahweh belong the issues from death. So, relating to that, everything our issue of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, man. Go to Isaiah 45 and I'm going to go to also Amos 3 and 7, I believe. Let's go to Isaiah 45 and 7. What I said earlier, if you can receive that to understand that from a spiritual aspect, because most people probably will not understand that, you know. There's a scripture here for balance. I form the light, I create darkness, I make peace, I create evil. Focus on that right there. Evil, the Lord created evil, man. Why He created evil? For His purpose, man. In a matter in a nutshell, evil does righteously in the wicked way on the left hand side, if you can receive that. Let's go it over again. I form the light, I create darkness. So the Lord created the light to see, and He also created the dark, man. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So the Lord does all these things, man. The good and the bad, man, because He's a balanced power. False balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is the light. Different weights and a false balance is not good. That's also in Proverbs 20:24. You go and also Proverbs 11 and 1, man. The Lord is not a false balance, man. He's a balanced power, man. He created the light, He created evil, man. Scripture says, I form the light, I create darkness, I created peace, I create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things, man. So if evil happens, the Lord is behind it, man. The Lord allowed it to happen, man. For he created spirits of vengeance, man. That's Ecclesiasticus, Rock 39, and we'll go to that right now. There be spirits created for vengeance, which in their fury lay sore strokes. In the time of the destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So they doing the will and the purpose of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. The will and purpose of the Lord, man. Those spirits, man. The fire, hail, famine, death, all these were created for vengeance. So these are elements of tools used by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. The teeth, a wild beast, scorpions, serpents. The sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. These are example of things the Lord can use, man, for ultimately judgment, man. These would be scourges, which was a tool to implement for punishment, man. Amos 3 and 3 and 6. I'll just read it from here. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the Lord and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Remember, Isaiah 45 and 7, the Lord created evil, man. He created evil. Isaiah 45 and 7. So, yeah, if it's evil, then the Lord allowed that evil to happen, man. He created evil. The scriptures are speaking. It's telling you clearly. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? So it's pretty much the people going to be afraid of things that's going to happen, man. And shall there be evil, which goes to bad and perilous times in the city, and the Lord have not done it, man. Go to Samuel 2 and 6. Shalom, let me find this. You can use this one here. Deuteronomy 20:32 and see now that I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, I make alive, I wound, I heal. So the Lord does all these things. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So ultimately, the Lord is that supreme, omnipotent, man, all powerful, man. This is a good one. That was Deuteronomy 32 and 39, man. So the Lord is telling you He's do all these things, man, and there's none else that do it, man. 1 Samuel 2 and 6. The Lord killeth, or deleteth. The Lord killeth, and He maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave, and bringeth up, man. So the Lord does all these things, man. He can make alive. He can delete or terminate. He can bring to the grave. He can bring it up, man. That's balance. The Lord does all these things, man. Like I said, the left-hand side does wickedly but righteously on the left-hand side, man. Because they doing the purpose and the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, man. Let me see some other scriptures. Shalom. Oh yeah, Luke 8 and 19. 8 and 17. For there is nothing is secret that shall not be made. So anything secret, read again. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest. And pretty much made known. Neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. So anything secret or hidden is going to be brought to light, man, regarding the truth, man. Scripture said we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. What is his devices? His stratagems, devious devices, stratagems, schemes, and ploys, man. So this was something short relating to the Kamikaze, Shalak, relating to this pretty much the drones, man, suicide drones, man. It was a recent video talking about 92 naked individuals that were found on the Turkish and Greece border. There's a video relating to some videos. Let me see. Some of them were injured. Probably some of them been, you know, violated in certain ways. If you know what I'm saying. That was the Turkish and Greece border, man. Right here, 92 naked migrants discovered in Greece and Turkish border, man. It's too explicit, you know what I mean, for obvious reasons, but that's Al Jazeera English, man. A lot of things are going on overseas, man. Ukraine, you had NATO doing exercises relating to military, pretty much nuclear exercises. So a lot's going on, man. For many great miseries shall be in the latter times because they walk greatly in pride. So a lot of miseries, a lot of calamities, a lot of things is going on. The Lord is beginning to visit the earth, which he has made, man. The Lord is visiting, man. He's allowing things to manifest, be made known, man. Through his presence, man. Through his presence regarding visitation regarding judgment, man. That being said, this was something short. I hope it helps in some way. This is Zayab Wolf. I hope it helps. Shalom.